In this episode, I present 10 the most strangest and rare diseases that affected people in the world. 10. Pica. Pica is a condition based on the fact that the person feels a strong urge to eat objects that with traditional eat have little in common. Delicacy for people with this disorder may be glass, wood, sand, hair, and even discharge from the nose. For some time, doctors operated the view that such behavior may be caused by a mineral deficiency. This thesis, however, failed to prove. There is no effective medication that cure this ailment. 9. Sexomnia. Rare disease is also called Morpheus syndrome. People with sexomnia show during sleep increased sexual activity. It happens that these patients masturbate while they're sleeping, not remembering anything after waking up. 8. Hypertrichosis, condition that occurs in both men and women, consisting of hirsutism some parts of the body, although there are frequent cases where thick hair covers the entire body. The disease is often called a werewolf syndrome. The emergence of such a state has nothing to do with hormonal changes. The cause is usually a genetic mutation. In the 19th and early 20th century, people with hypertrichosis were often employed in the circus. 7. Porphyria. Porphyria, commonly referred to as the vampire disease. This association is derived from the similarity symptoms that occur porphyria with the literary image of bloodsuckers. In fact, this condition appears when the body has impaired enzyme activity, which leads to the accumulation of porphyrins in different parts of the body. In patients showed symptoms such as sensitivity to light and insomnia. It also happens occurrence of facial distortions. When an individual is exposed to sunlight, his body beginning to appear blisters. Other symptoms characteristic of vampires haven't been observed. For example, the need to consume blood. The most well-known people who have suffered at the porphyria is Vincent van Gogh and King George III. 6. Cotard delusion. It is a condition that can be a symptom of severe depressive state. People diagnosed with Cotard delusion are convinced that they dead and that they cannot die again. Patients with this condition often appears to be a reduced sensitivity to pain and perceptions about the collapse of the organs and body. It happens that such person, it seems that they are moving a corpse and talk about their rotting flesh and worms devour them. The condition was baptized named Jules Cotard, who first described the case of a person in whom these symptoms occur. 5. Cystinosis. Genetic disease which involves damage to the system responsible for the removal of an amino acid called cystine. A characteristic symptom appearing in patient deposition of cystine crystals in the cells, which can lead to further damage to the organs, kidney, thyroid, and eye. People with cystinosis usually live shorter. Lack treatment of the disease leads to the fact that people suffering from cystinosis turn to stone. Recently, the press described the case of a 5-year-old girl who suffered from this strange disease. 5-year-old is forced to accept large quantities of various drugs that are intended to prevent the build-up of crystals. If it was not treated, eventually she would turn to stone because it affects all the cells, told reporters the girl's mother. 4. Argyria. The disease caused by an overdose of substances containing a silver compound. The characteristic symptom is the gray-blue or blue skin color. Silver is accumulated in the skin and other organs and is not dissipated. This means that people with Argyria are blue for the rest of their life. A few months ago, there was much talk about Paul Carason, which, thanks to the blue color of the skin, was taken to a well-known program broadcast by NBC. 10 years ago, American became ill with inflammation of the skin. Instead, seek medical attention, he decided to heal on its own. The man himself applied the colloidal silver, the once popular antibacterial preparation, which because of the possibility of side effects, coal was withdrawn. The effects of treatment made by Carasson at home were deplorable. His skin has changed its color to blue. 3. Elephantiasis. This disease is caused by a nematode, for example, Argyria bancrofti. This parasite can be spread by mosquitoes, and the first symptoms of the disease may occur even after several years. The parasite multiplies and spreads to the bloodstream and lymph nodes, leading to their obstructions. The main symptoms is a swelling, which may appear on different parts of the body, especially the hands, legs, and genitalia. Because of this disease suffer about 120 million people around the world. In every third of them are the most serious symptoms. 2. Progeria. Severe genetic disorder involving premature accelerated aging of the organism. Its cause is a defect occurs in the genetic code of the child. The first symptoms occur in the vicinity of the second year of life. Children suffering from progeria are bald, underweight, short stature, and head disproportionately larger than the rest of the body. The average lifespan is 13 years. The disease is extremely rare. Around the world, struggling with her now more than 40 people. There is no effective method of treatment. 1. Epidermodysplasia verruciformis. This is a rare skin disease, also known as Lewandowski-Lutz dysplasia, occurs in people with certain genetic conditions. It is caused by a virus of HPV human. On patient's body appear lumps and discoloration. In the most extreme cases, the accumulation of growths on the body is so large that exclude patients with a normal life. They usually have a structure that resembles wood. In recent years, several media publicized cases of people suffering from this strange disease. The first person that came to be called a man tree was Indonesian Dede Kozwara.